If you're looking for one of the easiest and most affordable ways to increase the volume of your 2021 or newer Ford Bronco, not including the Raptor models unfortunately, this Red Rock Muffler Delete will be a great way to do it. Now this will for sure add some extra character to your 2.3 or 2.7 with simply getting rid of the muffler, which will free up some flow to get a deeper sound, will allow you to hear your exhaust when you get on it, and will be pretty aggressive for the Bronco owner who's looking to pick up some volume while keeping it fairly comfortable inside the cab area. A little sound, but nothing overwhelming. That's gonna give it a 4 out of 5 on the loudness meter, with 1 being stock and 5 being Wake the Neighbors loud. Again, if you're looking for an aggressive system and a high clearance one at that, this is gonna be a great solution. As you can see, this is going to be a super simple design, literally just a tailpipe and a polished tip to keep that classic street style look and clean it up compared to the factory design, especially with the large factory muffler that can be a bit ugly. Now, when you start up your Bronco, that is definitely going to be a whole different level of sporty with, again, the increased volume and the lower tone compared to factory. And when you get on it, it will keep that aggressiveness and have a little rasp in the higher RPMs. Now, in the interior, like I said, you will get some noise, and that is going to be inevitable with how this setup is, considering that you're getting rid of a lot of that baffling that eliminated some of those frequencies that you would otherwise hear in the cab. Now again, it's not going to be too much, as you heard from the sound clip, but it definitely will be great if you like to hear it when you step on the throttle for the exhaust enthusiast. Now this is made of a full 409 stainless steel material, which will save you on price while still maintaining a rust-resistant construction. It's not going to be completely resistant to rust over time, lasting very long in drier climates away from salt, but with care, it will still hold up well. Now the tip on the end will also be polished to give a finished appearance to the exhaust, and will come with all the hardware in order to mount this up, including an extra bracket here and an isolator. Now I also think for the price, this is built very well with quality welds, and you're also getting factory located hangers, so everything mounts up very easily and you don't have to question the install. Now this is roughly $100, and again will be one of the most affordable ways to switch up your exhaust and maintain a good look to it, rather than a super high clearance option that's going to give you better clearance but you're not necessarily seeing it. This is going to peak out a little bit. You will still get some clearance from it, but if you're looking for more of that sporty appearance compared to those higher clearance choices for performance, this is more the way to go. It's also an easy way to get a rowdy sound for your Bronco, so if you're looking for a super budget friendly way to change the presence of your build, this is going to be a great pick. Install will be a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter and will take about a half hour to get the job done. Now at this point, we can head over to our shop and check out a detailed breakdown on how you can get this onto your Bronco at home. So that is going to wrap it up for my review. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
Tools required for this install include an impact gun, a ratchet, exhaust hanger remover tool, 15 and 16 millimeter wrenches, 15 millimeter ratcheting wrench, and 15 and 16 millimeter sockets. What's up guys? Today we're installing an exhaust on our Bronco. First we're going to watch a quick uninstall video showing you how to remove the factory exhaust. This is done on a different Bronco, but it's the same exact procedure. And then once we're done with that, I'll meet you right back here for the install. So to remove the axle back portion of our exhaust, we have a clamp with a 15 millimeter nut on it that we'll have to loosen up, as well as a couple hangers that we'll have to remove. So we can take a 15 millimeter socket to loosen up our nut on our clamp. Next, we can pop our hanger out of our isolator using a pair of exhaust hanger removers. And now we can do the same thing on the other side for our other isolator. So now once we have all of our hangers removed, we can pull back on our muffler to remove it. So to install our muffler delete, the first thing we're going to do is grab our hanger that we have to install. I'm going to slide the rubber isolator onto that rod. And then we can take our pipe and connect that to our isolator as well. And then we can take this whole assembly, we're gonna connect our pipe to our over axle pipe, and then we can work on our hanger. So now we can install our hardware through our new hanger. Now we have these two smaller holes in the frame that we're gonna be running bolts through. So those are gonna line up with our outer holes here. So I'm gonna take a 15mm wrench and put the nut in there. We have a hole in the frame here where we can raise our nut up, and then we'll take our bolt with lock washer and flat washer and thread it into that nut. And then we'll do that same thing on the other hole. Our hole in the frame is a little offset here, so we're gonna have to go in at an angle. And then for this outer one, we can grab a 15mm wrench and 16mm socket to tighten that one down. And then for the other one, I'm gonna get a 15mm ratcheting wrench on the nut side and a 16mm wrench on the bolt side to tighten this one down. Now, last thing we need to do is go back to our clamp and take a 15mm socket to tighten it down. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the Red Rock Muffler Delete for your 2021 and newer Bronco, excluding Raptor. Thank you for watching, and for all things Bronco, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.